how
like
can we
if
say
Joss Whedon finds success with this project amidst his controversy?
What does that mean for the
you mean?
Nevers? That is what I mean. But more broadly speaking, can we separate the art from the person, right? It's one of the things with Joss Whedon specifically that I'm conflicted with. I love Buffy and I love Angel, right? I've made no small thing that they're two of my favorite shows of all time, right? But Joss Whedon's an asshole, apparently.
So
let's go to the Nevers. Let's do that, okay? And one of the reasons why I wanted to talk about this, very controversial, because its creator is, of course, Joss Whedon, and he clearly has been in the news, to say the very least. And so, but this is a very short conversation that I want us to have, but we'll watch the trailer and then we'll talk about it afterwards. Look, The Nevers is, the synopsis goes, an epic tale following a gang of Victorian women who find themselves with unusual abilities, relentless enemies, and a mission that might change the world. Created, of course, by Joss Whedon, multiple writers rather. Stars Elizabeth Burnington, Ben Chaplin, Brett Curtis, Anna Devlin. This is due out on April 11th on HBO. Yeah, without further ado, let's jump into the shit. Okay.
3 years ago, everyone at the Touched woke up with a power.
The Touched are rewriting the rules of reality. I want them under control. Even if it requires a bloodletting.
I will cut your face to a mess.
You know The Touched? Yes, they have weird deformities and afflictions.
They're unhappy.
Well, whatever they are, I think they're a goldmine.
You know what a better world could be like.
Is that the mission you were going on about?
Yes, I do have a mission. And I'm not cut out for it. But it matters.
There's a harmony to our world that's worth preserving.
The Touched are not a threat, yet you seem determined to prove that they are.
The church, the purists, they're a danger to us. We have enemies we don't know about yet. Oops. I am here for a reason.
Our first response cannot be hate. We'll be lined up in the streets.
I want the wicked punished and the good protected. You often engage in public violence.
I know where I am in a fight, because I see glimpses of the future.
Something happened.
It's not fun watching you throw yourself at danger like you think it's gonna propose.
Could be fun.
There's savagery, chaos.
Attached, need protection, and I need information about why we're here and what we're meant to do next.
We're taking a terrible risk.
The future of the world depends on what I'm doing.
The future of the world depends on the present.
Attached, are part of something much bigger.
Trailer was a bit long, and I can't quite put my thumb on it yet about what I liked about, at least, you know, what I've seen so far. I don't know what it is quite yet, but I do like it. This looks really interesting.
It looks sort of like, X-Men meets Little Women. I never watched Little Women, but I imagine that it's vaguely reminiscent of that. Yeah,
you know what this reminded me of? League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Yeah, I think because it was like set kind of during this time, but this is this is Extraordinary Women.
Yeah,
and I don't know. It was just something somewhat like charming about like this the trailer. Maybe it was like the soft music, but like the intensity of some of the scenes. I think the story looks pretty good. Looks, somewhat original, or at least an original take on a story that we may have seen before. But for the most part, I liked it. It looks good.
Yeah, I actually liked it too. It looked interesting to say the least. It looks like X-Men. Yeah, meets Little Women. But the thing that I thought was really interesting is like, look, if this turns out to be a hit, well, now we got a problem on our hands, right? Because we're currently not even in the past, but currently adjudicating what the fuck happened on the Justice League set, right? So Ray Fisher obviously, has made no small bones about the fact that Joss Whedon was a dick on set, and then thereafter, a lot of other people who worked with Joss Whedon have come on and been like, "Yeah, he was a dick. I don't know what to tell you," specifically women. So that makes this very complicated. If this turns out to be a hit, but where that leads me is the conversation of what does that mean? How
like
can we
if
say
Joss Whedon finds success with this project amidst his controversy?
What does that mean for the Nevers? That is what I mean. But more broadly speaking, can we separate the art from the person, right? It's one of the things with Joss Whedon specifically that I'm conflicted with. I love Buffy and I love Angel, right? I've made no small thing that they're two of my favorite shows of all time, right? But Joss Whedon's an asshole, apparently.
So, first of all, let's acknowledge the fact that I used the word "amidst" in a sentence. It's one of the words that I never really get a chance to use in conversation, but I got to plug it in anyway. So yeah, personally, I do think the person and their work, like the art, right, should be viewed separately. Unless whatever they're found guilty of is like egregious, right? Like take R. Kelly, for example. Fucking great music, but I do have trouble listening to it, right? Yeah. Occasionally a song will come on and I'm just like, it makes you reconsider.
I'll be damned if I Believe I Can Fly.
Or like When the Woman's Fed Up. And I'm just like, these are classics.
Yeah, it's hard, man.
Keep it on a down low. I'm like,
to the point where I'm like, yo, should I just pay somebody to sing R. Kelly songs and then listen to that version versus listening to his version? Like, does that get me around having to deal with this whole sort of like, and so it really got me to thinking, and obviously we're not going to
just listen to R. Kelly covers, I guess.
Yeah, is like my only solution to it, because it's like, I'll be damned if the songs don't fucking slap, dude. They slap. What do you want me to do, America?
And the same thing with Kanye, right? When Kanye was on his whole MAGA shit, right? People are like, I can't fuck with Ye anymore. And I'm like, yo, but he makes great music. Like,
am I going to stop listening to College Dropout? Like, what am I going to do?
So in terms of Joss Whedon, right, he may very well be a dick. But that doesn't mean that if the show, The Nevers come, or it's a show, right?
Yeah, it's a show.
Yeah. At least I believe so. That means like if this series, The Nevers, comes out on HBO Max, and if it's good, I'm not going to not watch the show because he's a dick. There are a lot of other people who are part of bringing this project to life and making it, if it is good, there are a lot of other people who are responsible for making it good. I'm not going to not watch something good because of one person.
But the problem is that like, okay, then just keep multiplying that, right? So like Joss Whedon gets to keep going from project to project to project because he's working with other people on said projects, and he never really has to pay any penalty for being the scumbag that he's apparently been all these years, right? And again, all these are accusations, but I feel like there's enough people saying shit, and there seems to be enough of a reality of it that at least some of it is true, if not all of it. I don't know, man. I don't know at what point do you say like, okay, we can't support any more of these things because the person who stands behind them, it's like, allowing Weinstein to continue producing movies. It's like, okay, his movies may be great and there might be a lot of people attached to them that are really great, well-meaning people, but until this dude's removed, we're never going to get rid of that stench, dude. Like, because it's like, sure, a lot of people are involved, but also one of the main people involved is clearly being accused of some heinous ass shit. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what the answer to that is, but dude, I don't know. I don't think we're gonna come to this, come to a great consensus tonight. Maybe we pick this conversation back up next episode because I got a jet. But yeah, man, that was our review or our reaction to the Nevers trailer. Comes out April 11th. And yeah, as everybody's watching, I'm sure that's going to be the same question running, or maybe the same question running through everybody else's mind is, can we separate the art from the creator of said art? And so yeah, with that, man, I think we will go ahead and close shop tonight.